Hey everyone, Josh with Finishing Lines, doing a quick install on a booster delete setup, and I just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough on how to do it. We're going to installing our Finishing Lines black booster delete plate. We stud all of ours instead of using bolts so that you do not need someone on the other side of the firewall when you're tightening it down. It helps a lot, makes it much easier. Slide the studs in the hole, factory hole of the firewall, first step. Alright, so we've got the booster delete installed on the firewall permanently now. We just ran the nuts on the back side of it, tighten them down, we supply those. We have got our studs installed in the front of the plate for the master cylinder mounting. Now I have our master cylinder here. One note, we have put an aftermarket clevis on this master cylinder. You can reuse your stock clevis if you run a 5/16 24 tap through it, or you can purchase an aftermarket clevis like we're using here. Once you've got the clevis installed, I'm going to go ahead and slide that through the hole. And you'll need a little force to get the boot to squeeze in. Once you've got that installed, you want to put the nuts on before the reservoir. Much easier to get to with a wrench to tighten these down if you do that ahead of time. So we're going to be installing one of our Finishing Lines Billet Reservoirs, the black edition. And one thing to note, we have an adapter fitting the threads into the bottom of it. If for some reason you have a leak from there, you may just need to seat the AN flare a little bit better. A strap wrench is very helpful for this. Put an AN wrench on that, a strap wrench on the outside of the reservoir. Give it a little tighten. That should reseat the flare. You shouldn't have any leak issues after that. Another quick note about our billet reservoirs: when you get them, if you take the cap off, find a little baggie inside. It's got a collar in it. Let me show you where that goes. All right, so this is a little collar from the baggie. You're gonna slide that over the top of this O-ringed area, which covers that up nicely. Then take the billet reservoir, which has an 11/16 20 thread, which is the same internal thread as this Wilwood master cylinder. It has an O-ring at the base. Tighten that down by hand. Then if you need to fill, or remove the cap, and the best way to do this, since it is tight to the bottom of the cowl with a booster delete, is to put a small hose on the end of a funnel and stick that in the reservoir and then fill through the funnel. And then when you're done, stick the cap back on and tighten her down. All right, so now we got our Finishing Lines black booster delete installed, Wilwood master cylinder, and our black billet reservoir. Looking sharp. Okay, so the only thing left to do now is make sure that you have tightened down all your nuts and make sure that you do have a clevis pin or a shoulder bolt through your clevis and brake pedal. Thanks for watching today, thanks for coming along, and we will catch you on the next one.
Yeah, learn how to watch. Stacking my guap. Waiting to pop. Hey, rubbing the spot.